DJ effects can make or break your mix. Used properly, they level up your transitions. Used incorrectly, they sound messy and immature. Today, I'm going to show you how to use effects like a pro so that you don't sound cheesy. You are watching the DJ Mentor. Real tips, real music, real growth. Effects are not there to show off. They help you shape your sound. They help you build tension, transition smoothly, and add personality, but only when used intentionally. So let's go over the effects you need, and you only really need 4. Your echo, your reverb, your roll/loop, and your filters, high pass, low pass filters. Echoes are used to trail out vocals and stabs, and also to create space before a drop. And I'm going to show you a special way I like to use echoes on a breakdown to make the song sound a little bit different, a little bit unique. Now let's talk about reverb. So reverb essentially creates distance. Reverbs are best used on vocals and sometimes stabs, maybe even breakdowns to add a little atmosphere, but that's essentially what they do. They add atmosphere, used in specific sections and not on the whole track. Let's talk about the filter. So high pass to build tension. And then low pass to bring the energy down. And then similarly in your transitions, go up or down depending on how you want that transition to go. Your roll/loop effects. And this is essentially your beat repeat function. You can use this to stutter words or to accentuate words. Use it to repeat drum patterns, drum beat patterns, and essentially this adds movement, so be careful not to overdo it. So when is the best time to use these effects? Let's talk a little bit about timing. So typically the best time to use effects are at the end of a phrase. So let's think about bar 7 or bar 8. That is when the human ear is expecting change, expecting something to happen. So let's say at the end of bar 7, this is when you can start echoing out and bringing in the new drop, starting the new phrase, or you can close off this last phrase with a reverb, or even stutter or accentuate your words with a roll effect. All right. Okay, so let's look at some effects in practice. We're going to cut on the reverb and let's see what some vocal stabs sound like first. Let's turn that off. We can fill space. And then we can use a riser effect just before a drop. Just remember the reverb, we're creating space. We're pushing the sound away from us and then we're bringing it back. A little emphasis on the drop there. Again, we can use it in the middle of the track to create space, fill in dead spots. In my opinion, best use around bar 7, bar 8 at the end of a phrase. Okay, let's practice the echo. So I'm going to turn on the low cut echo. I prefer the low cut echo because it doesn't affect the low frequencies. So that means it only affects the high frequencies and middle frequencies. So I'm only going to echo things like the hi-hats, the instruments, the claps. That's what I find echoes sound best with. Okay, I'm going to bring in the next track and we're going to echo out and see what that sounds like. We'll create a little echo tail. First track. Okay, second track is in. Just do a quick EQ. All right, bring it up. So you hear the voice echo out smoothly. So that's one way you can use the echo. Let me show you another way I love to use echo. So like I said, you want to use it on hi-hats, claps, stabs, so pretty much singular impact sounds. That's when I think it sounds best. So let's see if I can find an intro that just has some very simple claps, maybe drums. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, perfect. So there's the recorder beat, half beat, 1/4 beat, 1/8. It can just make a song sound different as it comes in, unique. I was inspired by some of my favorite South African DJs. They use the echo this way. So anyway, that's our echo when things are like quiet, like in a breakdown or intro. We can also use the echo with the riser effect, similarly like we did with the reverb, to emphasize the drop. Yeah. Okay, so we've gone through reverb, we've gone through echo. What else do we have? We have a roll. Roll is very simple, so we'll do a half roll. So beat repeat function, very simple. That was a half roll. But if we use a proper roll in the effects, so here we can set the roll up to, okay, 8 beats. So that's 2 bars, 8 beats, roll is on, repeating these same 2 bars for 8 beats, and it's just gonna go over and over again while this is on. If we turn it off, the song continues to play right where it was, like right where it is now. So we can get creative on vocals, repeat drum loops. So one more thing I'm gonna show you. Let me show you using the echo with a bass swap. This is a super advanced example, but here, just check it out. Okay, let's get back to the video. Now, the easiest way to practice these effects is to loop the last 16 bars of a track and essentially try one effect at a time. You have to practice. And then after you've kind of tried every effect and you kind of know how it sounds, start layering. See what 2 effects sound like combined together. My personal favorites are high pass and filters and reverb and high passes. Again, you guys practice, see how it feels, and remember that your goal is control and not chaos. So now you should know how to use effects like a pro. Remember, practice, clean, confident, and never corny. In the next episode, we're going to talk about beating a crowd in real time and curating the vibe. Make sure you like and subscribe, and also comment your favorite effects combo below. I'll check it out, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.